What if I told you that the very phone you're holding, if you bought it in a different country, would be fundamentally different? What if certain features you take for granted are actually illegal in a dozen countries around the world? And what if, in one specific nation, phones have unique security features so ingrained, so culturally driven, that they're effectively banned everywhere else? Let's start with a bluff. Or rather, a common misconception. We often assume that because Apple and Samsung are global brands, their phones are identical no matter where you buy them. That's a dangerous assumption. What seems like a standard feature here, in the US, or anywhere else, might be completely off limits just a few thousand miles away. These restrictions usually fall into three main categories. 1. Physical and hardware features, something built directly into the phone itself. 2. Software and communication features, how you interact and communicate. 3. Network and service features, how your phone connects to the wider internet. Let's look at a fascinating example for hardware. In countries like Japan and South Korea, if you buy a phone, there's a feature you literally cannot turn off: the camera shutter sound. Even if your phone is on silent, taking a picture will make an audible click. It's not a law, but a powerful industry standard. Why? We have a video on that, but let me give you a hint. To combat voyeurism specifically, upskirting, and other non-consensual photography in crowded public spaces like trains and subways, it's a cultural security feature. Here, if you hear a camera click, you know someone's taking a photo. In Japan, they made sure you always know. You can learn more, but waiting till the end of this video. Now, for software and communication. Imagine not being able to send a private message. In countries like China and Iran, popular end-to-end encrypted messaging apps like WhatsApp, Signal, and Telegram are either completely blocked or severely restricted. Your ability to have a private conversation, safe from government monitoring, is simply gone. This is about state control over information, preventing dissent, and monitoring citizens. Finally, network and service features. This affects how your phone connects to the internet. Have you ever used a VPN or virtual private network to get more privacy online or access content that might be geo-restricted? Well, in countries like Russia and Belarus, using unapproved VPNs is illegal. They want to control what you see and what you can access online. And then there's data localization, like in India and Russia, where tech companies are forced to store user data on servers within the country's borders, giving the government easier access to it. Your data, even if it's from a global service, now lives under the direct jurisdiction of that government. These aren't just isolated incidents. They are part of a growing trend of digital fragmentation. And it's why your universal phone isn't so universal after all. Let's take a tour of 12 specific countries where these digital borders become very, very real, each one for different but equally impactful reasons. 1. China. Almost all foreign social media, encrypted messaging like WhatsApp, Signal, and unapproved VPNs are blocked. Reason: comprehensive state censorship and surveillance. 2. Iran. Similar to China, severe restrictions on encrypted messaging, social media, and VPNs. Reason: political and religious control, national security. 3. Russia. Banned unapproved VPNs and major data localization laws force companies like Google and Apple to store Russian user data on Russian servers. Reason: national security, digital sovereignty. 4. South Korea. Mandatory camera shutter sound that cannot be muted. Reason: to combat non-consensual photography in public. 5. Japan. Also has a mandatory, unmutable camera shutter sound. Reason: similar cultural reasons to South Korea, for public privacy. 6. United Arab Emirates, UAE. VoIP calls on apps like WhatsApp, FaceTime, and Skype are restricted or banned. Reason: to protect revenue for state-owned telecom companies. 7. Qatar also restricts VoIP calls. Reason: economic protectionism for local telecom. 8. Turkey has a history of temporarily blocking social media platforms like Twitter and WhatsApp during political unrest or protests. Reason: government control over information flow. 9. Uganda. Unapproved VPNs were blocked in response to a controversial social media tax. Reason: a unique economic and censorship tactic by the government. 10. Egypt has restricted encrypted communication apps and penalizes VPN use, especially during protests or times of political tension. Reason? Government surveillance and control. 11. North Korea. This is an extreme example. Nearly all foreign phone features, apps, and even hardware are banned. Devices run on a government-controlled network with extremely limited functionality. Reason: absolute state control, isolation from the outside world. 12. India has enacted strict data localization laws and, more recently, laws requiring VPN companies to store user data for 5 years, a move that forced some VPN providers to pull out of the country. Reason: law enforcement, national security, and data protection. As you can see, the reasons vary wildly, from protecting public decency in Japan to absolute state control in North Korea. But the outcome is the same. Your phone in these countries is fundamentally different, and your digital freedoms are often severely curtailed. Now let's pivot to that one specific nation I hinted at earlier. We've talked about Japan's mandatory camera sound, but their approach to phone security and features runs deeper, making them a unique exception to global norms. It's not just about what's banned, but what's built in that's unique. Many Japanese market phones have features that prioritize local convenience and security, often making them less compatible with global standards. 1. Built-in privacy filters. Some Japanese phones come with physical privacy screens or privacy modes built directly into the display hardware. From any angle other than head-on, the screen appears blurred or black, preventing shoulder surfing on crowded trains. This is a unique security feature against visual snooping, rarely seen elsewhere. 2. The Felica ecosystem. This is a big one. Japanese phones often feature a dedicated Felica chip, a highly secure contactless technology. It's the backbone of Japan's incredibly advanced mobile payment and transit system. This isn't just NFC, it's deeply integrated into the phone's secure element, enabling seamless transit passes and payments. The security and speed are legendary, but its proprietary nature means it often doesn't integrate well with global payment systems, making Japanese phones a bit of a closed-off fortress for local services. 3. The new Smartphone Act. A shift in control? And here's where it gets really interesting. Even in Japan, the definition of a secure phone is evolving. In late 2024, Japan enacted its Smartphone Act, coming into full force by late 2025. This law mandates that Apple and Google allow third-party app stores and alternative payment systems. This is a move away from the walled garden security model towards a different kind of security, user choice, and competition. It's a fascinating twist that shows even countries with unique security features are adapting to global antitrust pressures. So, Japan's phones aren't banned elsewhere for these unique features, but their unique cultural and technological choices create devices that operate on a different set of rules. It's a compelling case study of how a nation defines security based on its own unique needs, creating a device that's both more secure in some ways and less globally compatible in others. So, what does this global journey tell us about the smartphone in your hand? First, the illusion of a truly universal phone is just that, an illusion. Your phone's features, its security, and your digital freedoms are deeply intertwined with the laws and cultures of the country where you bought it and where you're using it. Second, security isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. What's considered a security feature in Japan, like a camera sound, might be seen as an infringement of privacy elsewhere. What's considered a privacy tool, like a VPN, might be illegal in others. It's a complex global chessboard. Finally, and most importantly, your ultimate digital security doesn't rely on where your phone was made or what laws are in place. It relies on you. Governments might restrict features, tech companies might build walls, but your personal digital hygiene, like strong passwords, two-factor authentication, avoiding suspicious links, and understanding the apps you use, that's your most powerful defense. I want to know what surprised you most. Did you know about the camera shutter sound or the VPN bans? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this deep dive interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into the hidden world of technology. In our modern, digitally connected world, the increasing number and complexity of cyber threats can be overwhelming. To effectively protect your most important data, you need specialized help. That's why you should visit us at Tileris.com. Here, our AI agents and powerful cybersecurity applications are ready to provide a complete defense for your digital life. Our cutting-edge technology excels at finding threats in real time, identifying weaknesses, and proactively stopping attacks. To begin securing your future, you can simply ask for a personalized demo or a professional consultation, and our experts will handle the rest. Don't wait for a data breach to happen. Take action now. Visit Tileris.com today to secure your digital life. Thank you for watching and stay safe and informed.